from?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia.
I'm Hispanic.
And is this a setup? Did I ever meet you before? Huh?
I'm Hispanic and I vote for Mr. Trump. We vote for Mr. Trump. Yes, Mr. Trump. We love you. We love you. All the way to the White House.
I swear to you, I think she's totally beautiful and great. I never met her before, I swear. This all started with a People magazine. So here's the story. So I love the story. They couldn't have been nicer. Nice story, right? Couldn't be nicer. But I don't know what happened. They played with my nose. I don't want touching. I don't want touching. So I'm looking. Now you'll tell me, how's my nose, right? That's fine, right?
It's beautiful and perfect.
Says it. I have a wart on the end of my nose. Can you believe it? And I said, oh my, I don't have to, look, it's terrible. But that's okay, because they meant it well. I think they wanted to make me look like Cary Grant. Do we remember Cary Grant? And I've always wanted to look like Cary Grant.
Myriam Witcher is our guest.
You are beautiful. Will you make sure she does
in studio? And of course, she's here in Austin, Texas. Let me go over her bio for folks. Really a neat lady. I was just talking to her during the break. And she's an info warrior, listens out in Vegas. She's a second-generation businesswoman, originally from Colombia. She has been in the United States for 35 years and declares she's a full-blooded American. Myriam has been learning from Donald Trump since she was a young woman when her father would buy her all of Trump's business books. She was experienced boom and now bust in her businesses, so she knows firsthand the damage that small business entrepreneurs from the encroaching big government. And her mission in life is to share with American business people that Donald Trump is the only candidate equipped to rescue businesses from the grips of big government and will give them the power to create jobs again. Yeah, just don't let China, have slave factories, and that would bring our jobs back right there. It's great to have you here. I learned that you're a listener. Now, you were saying that you love my voice. I have a grating voice when I get excited, but it's very sweet for you to say that I have a nice voice. You are very. So how long have you been a listener?
For almost 6 months.
Wow. So how'd you first tune in?
Well, I had a friend of mine. He's a politician. He said, do you know Alex Jones? I said, no, I don't. He said, oh, Myriam, is you hear the first time, you love his voice. It's so beautiful, lovely.
See, I wanted you to tell the story again because it sounds so funny. My voice sounds like this is a blown out voice. I never took voice lessons. I used to go out and scream at political rallies the first 3 or 4 years before I was even on air. So my voice got torn up and shot before that. So I have like an 80-year-old man's voice, but you're sweet. It's like a toad's voice, isn't it?
Well, we love your voice. For us, like female, we want to hear and feel again the masculine gender. We love that. It's so attractive for us, female in different kind, United States and around the world. You are very popular.
Oh, you're sweet. Well, they have tried to train men to not be like men, and women not to be like women. And I just think, it's. I mean, is it bad for men to be men and women to be women?
We need to feel proud for our own gender, how God created us, and we need to do our best, then we can feel proud.
Well, you've been a Donald Trump fan for a long time. Talk about your view of Trump and where you think all this is going, because we've got articles up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com where the Koch brothers have given $75 million to try to beat him. I mean, we also have the Chinese government coming out. We have the British government. We have Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, coming out. We have the Financial Times of London. We have The Economist. We have the New York Times, all saying we can't have Trump. I mean, is this not the establishment freaking out? Why do you think they're so scared of Trump?
Okay, this is, Alice, this is the message for the whole America and the whole worldwide. Donald J. Trump represents every American citizen in the United States, every race, every nationality. Donald J. Trump is our icon in business. He's the kind of person we dreaming about how Donald J. Trump accomplished more than talk, accomplished a lot of things. When somebody have a doubt about Donald Trump, please go to the Trump Tower and you can see this is excellent in class. You can smell his generosity, his beautiful heart and his big heart. Very highest percentage of the people working in Trump Tower, those people are Hispanic, not the ones only just cleaning and cooking. It's more than that. Are so many executives in Donald Trump Tower.
I was also reading they've gone and looked. He has a disproportionate amount of women in management, too. So they're just claiming he hates everybody, but that's not true. He wants to include everybody. Plus, I mean, he wants everybody to be involved in his businesses anyways.
Exactly. Donald Trump represents the masculine gender, and we are very proud. For sure, guaranteed, Donald Trump is a man. It's a white man distinguished. And this is the white man boy we want in the White House. We are very proud about him. Donald Trump is the kind of man represent also us like women. We feel if he will be the president of the United States, never. This is goal for every man in this planet, United States of America and all around the world. You can never, never touch women at all, rape, all those kind of things. Those business will be finished.
Well, so I get you're trying to say you think Trump is like the return of manly chivalry. Is that what you're getting at?
Absolutely.
Because there is a war on men and a war on women and a war on families, because if we're all alone and nobody's going to stand up for each other, I mean, nobody used to mess with women that I knew of because their dad or brothers would kill them and the police would turn a blind eye. Nowadays, you know, if a child fights back against bullies, they get in trouble for fighting back. They want us to be a bunch of slaves.
Exactly. Donald Trump represents a beautiful human being with a beautiful heart, working hard to rescue America. We do not win anymore. Not in business, not economically.
That's because we've been sold out, exactly. Because there's more money short-term and just selling us off and chopping us up. That's what these big looters do. Now, specifically in your bio, I noticed that you say your dad was a Trump fan and is a Trump fan, and that you've been a Trump fan for a long time.
Yes, my dad was a doctor. He was a cardiologist. But at the same time, my dad, he always encouraged me to be a business person.
Sure.
Coffee and flowers from Colombia. This is one of the best products we have. And he knows how hard I work in Colombia and how the business went like up and down. Right now, guys, we are not making money anymore. We just take our savings to pay employees. Then this means it's much better. You know what? Close the business and be like Rubio looking for a job.
I was about to say, folks with minimum wage are going to find out it's zero. You jack up the wage too high, there just won't be a job, period.
Exactly.
How about zero?
Yeah. In this moment, nobody is making money. Now, if we do the point of view, why Donald Trump is the perfect man for the White House? First of all, he's a brilliant negotiator. He's a brilliant businessman. He has education, chronological age. Donald Trump have experience, visionary. He can share with us.
Well, for me, the big thing is that the entire elite is freaking out over him, and the Koch brothers that own both parties are coming out against him. Fox News is doing sneaky stuff. I mean, why do you think the elite are so scared of somebody just saying, I'm not going to let us have one-sided trade deals? Because they've been screwing us.
And absolutely, because one of the reasons all those people are completely scared, government and Cruz, Rubio, Hillary, Bernie, all those people, they are going like socialists and communists. We don't want this.
Bernie admits.
We don't want
Look at Venezuela, exactly. Bernie admits he didn't have a paying job till he was 40. I had paying jobs when I was 6 years old doing chores. You know, if I wanted a toy, I had to work, you know, around the house doing laundry or helping cook dinner or carry out the trash or mow the yard. But I had paying jobs by the time I was 12 years old. And my dad thought I was being lazy, not being out. I mean, he was out when he was like 9 years old, you know, working in the fields. And his family was proud of that. Imagine someone who hasn't worked till they're 40. What planet is that?
Yeah, this is the only person really understand all the problems we United States have is Donald J. Trump. He has the experience about business. He knows exactly how to create jobs, fix the economy. He knows what's going on and what direction we need to go. Because we need to put number one, United States of America. The rest, Cruz, Rubio, Hillary, and Bernie, they put us the global number one. In United States, we are the last one in the line.
Sure. I mean, to be fair, I mean, the rhetoric of Cruz is really good. I just hope we can trust him. Now, Rubio has been basically like Obama or something in his actions, not his rhetoric. But I like Ted Cruz, and I would be happy if he was president as well. My only problem is he did start the dirty tricks first, and so I hope they don't fight each other too much so that Cruz politically destroys himself, because Rand Paul really hurt himself politically going after Trump. He might not even keep his Kentucky seat.
Well, I have my personal opinion. Cruz is a liar. Donald Trump is honest, sincere, here, went and fight for America, and this is Donald J. Trump.
Well, I know this. They are scared to death. Look at this article. Voice of the elite, The Economist, also the Financial Times, same day, must be stopped. Wow, how could Americans or anybody not see the whole media, foreign presidents, Chinese communist leaders, the British government, all of them saying he's the worst person on the earth and trying to demonize him? He must be doing something right. I mean, I would be a coward if I sat on the sidelines now with the elite that I know have hijacked my country. It's really neo-colonialism, but by the mega banks. And then this guy comes out and fights them. They come out against him. I'm calling for somebody to stand up. And then I say, oh, he's not perfect. He's not 100% agrees with me. I'm not going to support him. That would be the most ninnying, cowardly position I could imagine.
Donald J. Trump, like I repeated again, Alex, is a human being with a beautiful heart. He has a big brain. He's a professional
and big hair,
executive,
like a big badger,
executive person. Then he knows exactly he can be the best president of the United States of America. I don't believe, excuse me, America, we have a person like he's almost 70 years old. Excuse me, we are babies. We do not know what's going on. But Donald J. Trump, he will be the best president of the United States, taking care of those people. They don't have a job, jobless. We can't afford to have full-time people anymore. No jobs full-time. As you can see, what they call on-call or part-time job. This is nothing.
Obamacare was designed to make everybody part-time for the big companies, and then it did it.
Obamacare is a disaster. Obamacare is terrible for the whole nation. If I'm employer, I can't afford Obamacare. And the employees, they can't afford it.
But if you're an Obama insider, you get a waiver.
If you are Obama, maximum they care about $100. And after that, no matter if you are homeless, still you can't afford. Excuse me. We just waiting for Donald J. Trump to solve those issues in the White House. We waiting for Donald J. Trump to create jobs, fix the economy, save our country. We can't be, or we can't go in the direction be a communist or socialist. This doesn't exist. We are coming.
I love how you say that. It doesn't exist. It's a nightmare system.
It's a nightmare system. We here, the Hispanic American citizen, an Afro-American citizen, Donald J. Trump is the one represent us. Represent the white people too. Represent all the races, all the nationalities.
All I care about is he represents private property and cuts taxes and leaves the family alone.
Exactly. And also his plan about taxes is one of the best. For me personal, like a business person, I can't wait. And also I feel confident that Donald J. Trump will be a president of the United States.
Sure.
Mr. Trump, I will start spending my money. But for now, I'm scared to spending money.
Well, I was about to say, look, we're being maneuvered into bankruptcy because the elites are tax exempt. They want us poor so they can buy everything up and make us a permanent servant class. The Renaissance in America hadn't been perfect, but it was about making everybody wealthy, everybody successful, everybody self-sufficient, and that's what domestication has been about, ending that. I want to come back and talk about the New York Times and others calling for his death. We've gone out and talked to Austinites, liberals, and they say they want him dead. And again, they don't look like they could kill, you know, a roach, but they're ready to kill everybody because they're so tough and so liberal. And I want to talk about what you think they're going to try to do next to destroy him. Straight ahead with Myriam Witcher. And again, she's an American citizen, but originally 30-plus years ago from Colombia. These are the type of folks we need here to build up this country. Because I'll be honest, a lot of indigenous Americans, whether they be black, Hispanic, white, mixed, whatever, they've had it so good so long, they've turned into spoiled brats. They're now Bernie Sanders supporters. But you speak about your business not doing too well. Do you have a website, or where do folks find your flowers and coffee?
Well, the flowers and coffee are coming from Colombia, are excellent products. It's, guys, you go to internet, go to Wikipedia, you can find how the business is one of the best in Colombia.
Sure, but I mean, can you plug your company, or you want to plug your company?
From my point of view, I just do the standby from Colombia because we can't afford to be in business anymore.
I understand. So you just help bring it in. I tell you, that's what they want, is to extinct business. They got my dad to quit working. He could have worked another 5, 10 years or longer as a doctor, and he just said, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
done. We're going to break. When we come back, we're going to get into where she thinks the attacks are coming from next. And then we've got Diamonds and Silk coming on via Skype. Then I'm going to get to all the other world news we haven't covered yet and open the phones up. Paul Watson's coming up as well. But before I go any further, this broadcast, speaking of them trying to use economic warfare to shut down political speech, is funded by you going to InfoWarsStore.com. And we're running the biggest sale. We've never had it before, and it only comes around every 4 years. If we're still here in 4 years, then we'll have it. It is the leap year special, the 29th day every 4 years to balance up the orbit around the sun. And it's right now, all products, InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com. It ends tonight at midnight. 30% off everything on top of the discounts that are already there, and free shipping. InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com takes you directly to nutraceuticals. The Hillary for Prison shirt, the new design is there. The Molon Labe, come and take it shirts. High quality, non-GMO, storable foods, 30% off. It just goes on and on. High quality water filters. Now's the time to get these key items you and your family need. You owe it to yourselves, and it supports the InfoWar. A 360 win. Stay with us. Myriam Witcher is here talking to me during the break about where are the men? Why is there this war on men? Because you end humanity, you end it all. You break up the family, it's game over. You turn on television, you see it, that's what it's about. She's going to go out and do a person on the street, man on the street, woman on the street in downtown Austin. We're going to go to UT and then versus folks maybe in, outside a grocery store to just see how brainwashed people are somewhere in a liberal area versus a more libertarian area. I don't even call it conservative. But looking at the hatred of Trump, maybe you should ask folks, do you agree with the New York Times writer that says kill Trump? And then ask them, well, what are you, Nazis or communists? You want to kill somebody for their views? Trump hasn't really done anything. I mean, Mexico has a wall and police on its border. Other countries do. He's not against people saying we just can't be wide open. But again, that's globalism. What do you make of Vicente Fox and all of his mean statements?
Okay, Alex, this is the situation. Nobody wants to kill Donald Trump, excuse me. We want to support Donald Trump to be the president of the United States of America. The people are talking like nonsense. The people around the world, it's unbelievable. We love Trump. We adore Trump. He is our businessman, visionary, brilliant negotiator. We can't wait to see Mr. Trump deal with Putin. We, like Americans, we feel so proud about Mr. Trump, his beautiful family.
But he's about a president and a government and a people being in charge, not multinational think tanks that hijack the country. He's about prosperity, not Cloward and Piven, Agenda 21 to bankrupt us by design. Talk about like Latin America. Incredible resources, incredible people, but the elites have always tried to keep folks poor to keep control.
Absolutely. From Mexico to Spain, we have history, we had culture. We don't have the law. The law is only writing in a piece of paper and nobody follow the law. We Hispanic, American, Latino, American citizen, we are waiting for Donald J. Trump will be a president of the United States. I guarantee to you, America, he's the only one is going to respect our Constitution, respect what is the law. Donald J. Trump is a man with integrity, is a man with honesty, transparency. We love Donald Trump because Donald Trump is a man with a big heart. In cameras or outside the cameras, we had the opportunity. Donald Trump represents from Mexico to Spain and all those tiny islands in the Caribbean. He represents our dream.
Let me ask you this question.
But we never have in South America or Central America or in other countries.
Sure. Well, I find the folks I run into from Latin America are incredibly into hard work, incredibly smart, hardworking. They're into free market.
Absolutely.
They want private property. They want prosperity.
Yes.
But they always got groups over them, sucking off of them, corporate groups, governmental groups. And then I hear in the media, all Hispanics hate Trump. But in Gallup polls, over 70% want to control the border. Talking to real Americans and Hispanic folks out there like yourself, what is the real view percentage-wise on Trump?
Trump is the kind of person that's going to protect our life here in the United States. Texas, Florida, California, after 6 p.m., you need to go inside in your car with a gun, inside in the car with your knife. If somebody attack you, nobody said this, CNN, Fox, you're hiding those kind of things. But my friends living close to the border, they are checking and scared about their life consistently. There is nothing about New York Times. There is nothing about newspapers. But Donald J. Trump...
Stay there. Let's talk about what it's really like in Latin America for folks and then ask ourselves, why would we want to reform those countries? Why would we want to become just like that here? Why do the elite want that so bad? 5 more minutes with our guest. Wow. During the breaks, Myriam Witcher, been here 30-plus years, 35 years from Colombia. Her dad, a physician, big Trump fan, read his books, successful businesswoman. She's got to go in 5 minutes. We're going to go out and do a man on the street with her a little bit later before she goes back to Vegas today. But she's here campaigning for Trump in Texas. And she was just laying out, I said, what percentage of Hispanics you talk to in Vegas and around the country support Trump? And she dropped a bombshell, and then she dropped another bombshell, but they don't want people to know because they feel intimidated by political correctness as well. So repeat what you just said during the break.
Okay. 75% of the Hispanic, Latino, American citizen love, adore, and support Donald J. Trump. There is a lot of intimidation from Hillary Clinton, from Bernie, from Cruz and Rubio, and it's not fair. We are here, and I invite every Hispanic American citizen, Latino, be like me. We are not here to America go down. We are here to make America great again with this distinguished gentleman, Donald J. Trump.
And by the way, the globalists want every country to go down so they can sit offshore and be tax exempt and buy us up. Let's talk about your Twitter. How do folks follow you on Twitter? Just at Myriam Witcher or just at Myriam Witcher?
Yes. Unfortunately, Twitter and Facebook, they blocked me so many times. But now I still, you see how...
No, I get it. You're saying a lot of times they block you. And then,
yeah,
and then,
exactly.
But you're back up right now. There's been a lot of that lately. In closing, you also want to talk about the corruption. You're saying what you experience in Latin America.
Yes. The corruption, there is too much corruption in South America, and it's so sad. The same kind of corruption by the culture about like 450 years ago in South America, and we make a progress so little. It's so sad for us. Be here in the United States of America, the country we love, the country we can, guys, you know, the country I can love, and also I give my life for this country. I love this country so much. We have so many brilliant Americans, genius. Mr. Trump is one of the best, absolutely. But you know what? We have thousands American people, brilliant genius.
Millions.
Millions. And also, I invite you, American, open your heart, your brain, please, and support Donald J.
Well,
Trump.
sure. I mean, most of my audience is sold on Trump, and they know he's not perfect. And if he doesn't deliver or doesn't die trying once he's in, he will be anathema. But I know from behind the scenes and people that know him and being able to talk to him some, that he's really getting a crash course now. And as they attack him and as he learns that we really are under globalism, he's come out and said in a letter yesterday, we're controlled by foreign oligarchs. I want to free America from globalist occupation.
Exactly.
And when he gets hardcore and comes out and says that to the CFR and the Chinese government and everybody else, it's game over. America has been captured, just like colonialism controlled Latin America. Exactly. It's a new type of colonialism.
Yes.
China tells us what movies we can put out. Nothing against the Chinese people, the Chinese government.
You're absolutely right.
And America's been so open, we've been overtaken.
And also, don't forget, we need to stop the business here in the United States about the drug cartel. This is the point. Everybody is scared. I was living in Colombia with Paul in the time about Pablo Escobar, when was completely, our country was darkness, damaged our reputation in Colombia.
When he was bombing everything?
Exactly. When 75% of the people, we are intellectual. We working hard, and he damaged our reputation like a human being. No matter where you want to fly, oh, you are from Colombia, this is bad. The same here in the United States. Do not let Hillary Clinton, Bernie, Cruz, and Rubio damage your reputation, America. Have Donald Trump president of the United States, we can feel proud.
Well, we know they're scared of him. I mean, if the elite's total hissy fit over him.
And he can save our life.
Myriam Witcher, thank you so much for the time.
You're very welcome.
You're a sweetheart. It's good to have you as a listener. I look forward to having you on again. And I look forward to seeing the video you're about to shoot on the street.
I want to say the final things.
And I want to say, put on these glasses or start chewing concrete.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
And I'm all out of bubblegum. Time to take a stand, boys.
I'm Alex Jones, and like Rowdy Piper, I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick globalist butt. It's time for all of you, the info warriors, and myself included, to take our fight to the next level and to help the public put the sunglasses on. The metaphor for expanding your awareness, researching what's happening, and admitting that there's a global elite establishing a planetary tyranny. And I was just thinking about it today. It's leap year coming up on Monday. That only happens every 4 years at the end of February. And this is the best time ever to promote liberty and freedom everywhere. We got Super Tuesday coming up next week. And it's important for Americans to be involved in their political process, but not just in their political process, in every action you take with what you talk about and the products you buy and what you promote. You affect change in the world. We don't just vote at the ballot box. We vote with our dollars. We vote with our feet. We vote with our actions. And that's why for leap year, running from this Friday evening right through Monday evening, we're running the biggest sale in the history of 20 plus years of InfoWars and Infowars.com. The leap year special only comes around every 4 years. 30% off all products at InfoWarsStore.com and free shipping on top of the discounts that are already there. This is a major loss leader with some of the products, but overall it will help us fund the InfoWars operation and get our reporters out there across the world covering what's happening. The planet is ready to wake up. People are ready for the truth. But to do that, those of you already awake have to redouble your efforts spreading the word and directing people to good sources of pro-human information like Infowars.com, my syndicated radio show, the nightly news, and more. I'll be back this Sunday live, 4 to 6 p.m. with the Sunday radio show as well. But in the meantime, take the time out to visit InfoWarsStore.com or InfoWarsLife.com to find the specific nutraceuticals and take advantage of the biggest specials yet on true game-changing products that are simply amazing. Like Survival Shield Nation Iodine X2. Most people are iodine deficient, and most iodine out there is bound to other compounds, so you don't really absorb it. Our research shows this is the purest, strongest, most focused, good halogen ever. And what it does is simply amazing. Read the 5-star reviews at InfoWarsLife.com today and take advantage of the biggest sale ever in InfoWars history. And on top of that, I finally want to thank all of you that have spread the word about the broadcast and that have supported us and our sponsors and bought the products at InfoWarsStore.com. Because without you, none of this would have been possible. My pledge to you is that I will keep the sunglasses on, and this operation will be a sunglass factory. in the metaphor or the allegory of they live, and that we will help humanity take the blinders off, come out of the cave, and defeat this globalist system that's being constructed. Now back to InfoWars Nightly News and more. I'm Alex Jones.
Take a stand, boys. You know what? You got a little courage. Stand up for yourself.
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones coming to you live from the front lines of the InfoWar.
The Oscar winners give a press conference, and how to buy a sailboat as...